God, what do they call it? It's the arcade version of Haunted Castle and Vampire Killer. Vampire Killer and Haunted Castle are the two arcade versions of this game. And this particular game had featured the gimmick where at 30,000 points you get a 1-up, at 80,000 you get a 1-up, and for every, like, so 30,000, the next one was 50,000 more points, and then at your next, and then every 50,000 after that was, another warm-up. I mean, 1-up, warm-up. Nonetheless, who I just killed there was Death, who's the hardest boss in this particular game. I just did quick work of Death here. Now, if I actually left him on screen, he actually would have, been firing his sickles everywhere and whatnot. It would have made the battle that much more longer. But, then again, because of the way the Holy Water works, you can pretty much defeat him in one fell swoop. Nevertheless, we're at the final level, stage 16 to 18. Or just, primary level 6. Loving how Holy Water really kills all these enemies, God. Because when you use the Holy Water item, you freeze your enemy temporarily, or throughout the course of the fire. As long as they're caught within the fire, they will get hurt and they will be stunned. This is actually altered in later games, especially when you're trying to fight Medusa in Symphony of the Night. It can get pretty annoying and... Oh hey, we just went through a bear's head. It's sort of like that thing in Castlevania, I mean not Castlevania, it's sort of like that thing in Doki Doki Panic, or as you guys in the North American area know it as Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. Pretty much, at the end of every stage there would be a bird which would open its mouth, and when you went into that bird's mouth, you'd go to the next stage. And, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the most annoying area of the game. There are birds tossing fleamen in the clock tower that has been run down by Trevor Belmont, Castlevania 3 spoiler. Yeah, I didn't know that the clock tower was still a part of this game. I didn't know that, the new Dracula tower was actually a part of this, because this is actually a sequel to Castlevania 3, which you'll find out later on. I don't know why I'm mentioning it now, but... Oh yeah, don't hold left as you go up the stairwell. You will die. Alright, now as you're seeing me do right now, I have to grind for hearts, because the Dracula battle, you at least need about 40 hearts or so. So what you do is, you constantly go up and down the stairs, you hit these candles which give you hearts, and you just repeat the process until you have enough hearts. You can have up to, you can have up to 99 hearts, which I actually did try doing this in the Castlevania Europe. Yeah, if any of you didn't know why I was actually playing, I have to rephrase what I was saying earlier in part 1. I was playing the European version of the game, because the European version had this game Genie code, which would allow me to have 80 hearts at the beginning of the game and unlimited time. Which I don't really understand why there's a time meter or a timer. I can understand if it's for 1-ups or whatever, but you always have enough time to complete the stages. It's never always a hassle. Nevertheless, have your crucifix here, because Holy Water will only do nothing but stun the final version of Dracula. Pardon me for saying that I beat Dracula with the Holy Water. I did during my first playthrough, but then again... Yeah, after hitting Dracula so many times on his head, he then turns into this winged beast who goes down pretty goddamn quickly because of the crucifix. So, that's Castlevania for you. Very quick game, very hard if you really wanted to play this with the knockback, and 5 hearts, and no changing your weapons and getting triple shot constantly. But yeah, after that, Dracula's castle goes down. Also, one thing I did forget to mention in this game, might as well mention it now since the game is over. If you if you actually use your whip a lot, depending on the boss or the enemy that you're attacking, you can actually kill them in less than the amount of hits that they're supposed to take. Like the Axe Armor Knights, they take about 9 hits, but sometimes I'm noticing I'm killing them in like 5 or 6 hits. That's because, according to Johnny and the rest of the Super Gaming Brothers crew, this game actually goes by critical hit systems, where you can actually give double damage. So your whip can actually do twice the damage that it normally would. It's pretty awesome if you want to kill an enemy very much quicker, especially if they're being a pain in the anus. But, yeah. And apparently, in the Japanese version, they call him Simon Belmondo. Also, if you were paying attention to the credits, all those were actually celebrity names, although they were all referenced. And, yeah, with that, pretty much this game is over. I have nothing more to say. The game does constantly go on and on. If you did manage to fill up your score to 999,990, the next point that you would get would return to 0 if it is a 10-pointer. But then again, there aren't any 10-pointers in this game. Unless if the hearts sort of count as something about that. But yeah, that's Castlevania for you. Very quick game, it's over. And yeah. Oh boy. So with that said, I shall see you for Rockman 2. Which actually, surprisingly, at the time of this recording, this recording was finished at 8:51 in the AM time of February 18. So I'll complete Mega Man 2 like later today. But yeah, if I actually decide to upload this before I do Rockman 2, like before I record the Rockman 2 footage, you'll be getting Mega Man 1 in its Japanese form, Rockman, before that. So, yeah, with that said, I'm out. Everything is a go. I am Roya. Doodles.